ultimately, what is this about? This is ultimately about building the world ledger, right? What is the world computer today? It's the global financial system. And that basically determines how much wheat we make next year. When the satellite feeds start showing a lot of brown fields, the prices start going up for September delivery, and then farmers start planting more. That's effectively a global computer, and it's driven by a ledger. And the opportunity is to drive that through crypto, blockchain, et cetera. And we ultimately need to be thinking about the opportunity of growth above any type of short-term yield generation or value maximization, because that's really the promise, in terms of serving society. I believe most MEV is pathological. It's a chronic issue that we're facing. If we believe that we want grandma to be using, these types of technologies that we're all building, grandma's not going to have fun getting sandwich, and she's probably going to hate it more than you do. These types of activities are not permitted in TradFi. We need to be putting effort into fixing this algorithmically and via incentives rather than through legal means, obviously. And that requires some effort in terms of our community to try to fix the problem as opposed to live with the problem, because they're not going to get on board without actually resolving these things. Let's look at what's going on in the wider ecosystem in terms of an L1 heavy approach, right? MEV is over half the transaction costs paid by users in aggregate in Solana. Even Ethereum is nowhere near that, L1. My thesis is that the users have a choice to go to L2s, and then there's parallel choice in terms of that. To properly compare transaction costs between these two chains requires including the total round trip cost, including aggregate MEV. Token Terminal recently came out with these stats. Don't really look at how high the bars are because the axes are different. What I want you to really focus on is the green versus the pink and purple, right? What this is really showing is that the green is effectively MEV activity. This is not an accurate representation. It's fairly loose because how you can properly measure it is somewhat subjective.